and welcome back, guys. Today we are going to continue our discussion about the depth buffer. Now, I was explaining what was depth buffer. We saw in the leaf drawing that that the hand and the leaf are placed overlapped on each other, and they let us open that leaf draw sketch as well. Then it will be easier for me to refresh that. Yeah, yes, this was the sketch, right? Hmm. Yeah, in this leaf photograph, we saw that the hand and the leaf are two overlapping planes, and we were trying to detect that which parts of the hand is overlapped by this leaf. That is the hand with part which is be hidden by this leaf surface. So we are not supposed to cover that part with the skin color. We are supposed to cover that part with this leaf color. So yeah, so first we were locating the location where is the leaf plane on this hand plane, and I told you that to understand whether one plane is before the other plane, we found it with the z coordinate of the diagram. So first of all, I explained it with you that taking origin the about the world coordinate, using the world coordinate right now, that the camera is the origin, then the distance from camera and this leaf is, say, suppose uh, z coordinate value is 3, and the hand is, say, suppose in the coordinate z coordinate 4, then we were able to understand there is uh, 1 unit gap, so this leaf comes first and the hand is overlap. Well, that's an hypothetical example. It's not I'm not giving it with exactly with this. If this hand may be some 3.5 or some 3.2 distance only in the real world coordinate, but that's for the simplest example I can think and make you explain. So yes, this is what I was trying to explain. That, say, suppose that this is the point where the camera is kept, and this xy is constant, and you are only looking at the z coordinate right now. So this z value for the surface S1 will be lesser than this value. Well, here the negative z axis is there, then this, suppose this is minus 2, then this is minus 4, then this is minus 5, and you can see surface 1 is coming before the surface 2. So the z coordinate is greater here because the value of z is negative. Then S2 is behind it, so it is, say, suppose negative 3, and S3 is behind that, so it is suppose negative 4. But yeah, these planes are a little tilted, so the Z is not exactly same for uh, this one here. All the Z values are not exactly same because um, the planes are a little bit tilted, but for simplicity, let us think of the examples where the z value is constant for the whole plane. We'll come back to that later. So this is the placing of all the surfaces in the world coordinates, and how it will look if I project these three planes in the projection planes. Then in the 2D projection planes, these surfaces look like this. So you can see that the red plane partially is behind the green, partially behind the green plane and the blue plane, and there are so some, and it's not the green plane is not covering wholly these two, blue plane and the red plane. It's covering some part of it. So this was what our problem is needing, we are addressing. So we are locating from here according to the z coordinate value the portions of the plane where you have to color in a different way to show that the green plane is above the red plane and blue plane with some little different color, because here you can see a little bit transparency is there, but we are working with the exact opaque objects where I showed you the example of books where you can't see through, or that leaf sketch, right, where you can't see through the hand's colors. They're mainly talking about opaque object, strictly not transparent object, as it is showing here in this blog. So keep in mind that a little bit error here. Yeah, to come back with your example, I'm showing to you. So another easy example here, it is given in this blog, that suppose you have this plane square which have the coordinates 3 comma 4 comma 3 1 comma 2 comma 3 0 comma 1 comma 3 and 0 comma 2 comma 3. We are talking of depth buffer matrix, how it is stored right now. We saw the real world examples. Now world easy hypothetical example we are taking right now, how the matrix is storing the value. So initially there is a matrix which is defined here about the size of this image. Say about in this image we have only this square box here, um, but I can tell you how this matrix is actually storing the values using this example. See here, there are a lot of squares here present in this grid, and this whole sheet is the our image. So this whole sheet vector information is stored in this kind of vectors, in this kind of matrix, and each um, and the basis defining this space, the basis defining this space, this whole sheet, drawing sheet, is stored in this matrix. And in the beginning it is stored as z coordinate value infinity. But here normally when we talk in the linear algebra, the matrix stores the basis vectors. But here this matrix is storing only the z coordinates of all the squares present in the pixel. How? Let us see. In this example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 squares. So we have a matrix containing overall 40 different squares, square cells, which stores the value of z coordinate of all these pixels. Pixel meaning we are taking this different size squares, but in really world the pixels have the same uniform size, that this is 1 pixel, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these 10 boxes have a z value. Say suppose we took the z axis here in the projected plane. Suppose the z value here is 1 was 1, because we took z axis as y equals to x line, and it was 1 comma 1. But here this point have the z value slightly different from 1. Say suppose it is some 1.5, then it is say 3. Here say suppose it is something different, 3.5, then 3.6, then 3.8, then 3. Say suppose this is 4 and this is 5 and this is 6. These are arbitrary values. I'm having an example. So all these squares are having some different, these 10, these 10 boxes have different z coordinate, and this is stored in the first column. See here in the example, this has showing only 4 squares, so we are storing here the value from the below. I was telling 1, 1, 1.5, 3, and in this box 3, it was having 5 I think value, and 6, and so on till 10. So here we have 10, we will have 10 boxes, and we'll store the z coordinates of those 10 pixels. Then in the next column for this next 10 boxes, I'm going to store the z coordinate of these boxes. Say suppose this point have the z coordinate, um say suppose, it will have the same z coordinate actually. It will also have a little bit different value because we took this line as the z coordinate. So what will be the z value? X value will change, y value will change. This line will have the same z value. All these points on this line will have the same z value, but changing x and y value. This is a little bit confusing, but here because we took this line as my axis, z axis, and if you take there as a line, then this line will hold the same z axis but have a different x and y position. So again we will have similarly 1, 1.5, 3, 3.5, 3, and so on. All the arbitrary same values will be repeating for 1, 2, 3, 4 such matrix, right? So we will have a matrix of length 4, actually number of rows, right? 10 cross 4 matrix for this painting. Here we have 3 matrix only, but it will store this kind of value. It will store for this painting there's only the z coordinate for all the pixels, and okay, so that was all for huh. Yeah, we were saying, so initially I tried to explain you the how you can fill the z coordinate axis with the help of pixels, but initially the depth buffer is a matrix is set as the depth matrix is set as to infinity, that all the pixels are placed at infinity. Then the z value is compared, on the z value of the pixels are compared, and then accordingly stored in this matrix. Hmm. This for this example where the plane is not tilted, I'm saying precisely, don't be confused, that the plane is not tilted. Then if the plane is not tilted, all the points and all the pixels, if you divide it like this, you can think of like a chocolate bar. These all the cubes of the chocolate bar are on the same z, or having the same z coordinates but having different x and y coordinate. You can see the corners, and similarly the chocolate bars cubes are having different x and y coordinate but have the same z coordinate. So this matrix will store all the vectors with the value 3, because here the z coordinate is 3 for all the points, all 3. But when this will not be all 3, when the plane is tilted, say for example plane is tilted like this or this in the space, then all the points will not have the same z coordinate, it's changing. So then the changing, the all the pixels changing values are stored here as I showed you in the, I'm only trying to show you how the matrix is filled, but for that painting as well, all the z axis should be the same. The z coordinates should be the same for the painting as well, because that painting is on the same plane, right? One point to be confused here, that what, one point to be confused here is that you can get confused if the object is tilted or not tilted. So be careful whether this plane you are talking of is tilted or not tilted. So that was all from for today for now. We will meet again tomorrow. If you like this video, then please hit the like button. If you love this video, then please hit the subscribe button. In the next video, we will be talking about the refresh. What is a refresh buffer? Then after that, we will I will say you about, explain you how that algorithm is really working with the condition. Here I am telling you how the matrix are built. So till then, we will meet you in the next part of this video in the series. Bye bye and take care. Be happy and healthy and have fun in learning.